always be with you.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Sanaa from So Crafty Sanaa, and I am back with another budget video. So as you can see by the title, this is a summary of me after I set up my payday budget book. I wanted to do a little explanation of how I set this up. I already went in and filled out all the, some of the information, and I wanted to explain how I budget because I've had several people ask me, and my budget doesn't have a name. It's just the way I budget. So this is the October section in my payday budget book. It starts off, the divider says plan, budget, and stuff. Okay. So I have not done my monthly financial goals. I will get to that later. What I did was I wanted to jump right in and start setting up my calendars and getting all of that information on there. So this first calendar on one page, I utilize this calendar to track my spending each day, whether it's a no spend or the amount I spend. I'm going to pop over to September's, and I still have to fill in all of these weeks here. These days. I have to go back to my expense tracker and then look at how much I spent each of these days and then write it down in red. I used a green asterisk to represent cash spending, and if it's in all green, that was an all cash spend, like here, here, here. No credit card, but in red, there was some credit card or and cash spend mixed together. So I set up October's, I set up all the days, and then I'm going to start filling in how much I spend. So I call this my spend tracker, my spend calendar. It's not a tracker. This is my monthly spend calendar. I used to put my bills on this one page, but the book has two different calendar views. So you have the single and the monthly. So here is where I list all of my bills. And although I am 1 month ahead, and I color code these bills based on the payday. So when I get paid on Friday, all of these bills will be paid. However, they're not coming out of this pay. I am currently 1 month ahead in bills. So all of my October bills money is already in my bill account. However, when I get paid each week, I take part of that income and I throw it back into the bill account for November's bills. That is how I budget. You can check out this payday budget video here from my September 8th paycheck payday budget, and you can see how I go through, and that's using my income and everything, and how I set up and budget my money. So these are color coded for you to see, also for me to know that when I get paid on Friday, I'm going to make sure all of these bills in blue are paid from my bill account. When I get paid from this paycheck here, I'm going to make sure all of these bills are paid. I still like to be organized and have some type of system. And some of these bills are on auto pay. So that's perfect. They come out right on time, but they're going to come out for the bill account from the bill account. So again, the pay of the 20th, all the bills in yellow, and this pay, which is in pink, all the bills in pink. So for someone who's budgeting, whether it's weekly or bi-weekly, you would use the same system. You would go in and you would put your payday, and then you could use a highlighter, which you may see some people do, and just highlight the payday and then highlight the bills that's going to come from the payday. You don't need to buy any of this to budget. Okay. This is me, right? And this is what I like to do. It makes me more eager to budget when it seems more interactive. It's more engaging. That's just me, right? And a lot of people, they like things to be fun and interactive or whatever the case may be. You don't need to do that. You can just grab a piece of paper and you can just write. You can draw a calendar on a piece of paper, or you can list everything out. You don't need the budget book or any budget book. You just need, I would recommend a pencil, right? You just need a pencil and you just need some paper, and definitely a calculator unless you want to do math by hand. But you can do it by hand if you want. So for me, it makes it easier for someone to say, hey, I know when I get paid here, I'm going to pay all these bills highlighted in blue out of this paycheck. Okay, so I set up my monthly calendar. There you have it. Now, I have some monthly bill trackers under each section. So here, what I do, I separate my bills in categories: home, auto, credit, cell tech, TV, debt. I list all of them. Oh my goodness, you guys, I forgot a step, but because I have you, here's my little sticker package. But because I have you all, I am going to, I'm missing something. I forgot to put the totals. That's because I didn't finish, but because I have you, I want to see. So I have these little half hour and hour labels. They're used for planning in my planners. However, they fit my payday budget. So I put these little slots here so that I can get a total of the bills. Okay, so let me explain to you how this works. I don't know if this fits. How is this going here? No, but they're repositionable, so that's okay. You just gotta pull slowly, but they'll come up. Okay. Okay. Okay, so what I normally do is, this is the amount of the bill, right? So I'll put the total here. And then once I pay the bill, or the bill is paid, because sometimes bills, the amounts vary a little bit, but I like to put the exact amount that was paid once it's paid. And then I put the total here. Okay, so I am going to, since I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and put all of these where they belong, because they should have been there. But somehow I must have gotten sidetracked. So I just wanted you to see. You don't have to sit through this. I will just go ahead. Okay. So that is how I complete my monthly bill tracker. But I'm going to take it a step further. And I am going to show you. Now, I don't have that many bills, but I'm still going to put that down there, because why not? I'm just going to put it down there. And let's see. And I like it to be neat, so forgive me. So I'll go back and finish that up, but I wanted to show you all how I do that. And then once I get these totals under budget and actual, they're going to come over to my monthly budget. And so home, auto, credit, cell, tech, TV, debt. So all the budgeted totals will go here. And then once I get the actual totals after the bills are paid, I'm going to put that in that column. So I can see what I budgeted for the month and what was actually paid. Here I have variable expenses and sinking funds. So let me get into that for a second. So I list my variable envelopes, which is the envelopes that are always in my wallet. These are the envelopes I carry with me. This is the money. So I'm going to put here what I budget to give myself for the month. So I can tell you now that I will give myself anywhere from $300 to $400 a month to spend on anything. Dining out usually varies from $120 to $200 a month. So I'm going to put what I budget for, and then I'm going to determine what the actual amounts were on October 31st. That's the only way to know, is once the month is over and I can see what my actual spending was. Here are the sinking funds I know that I'm going to be spending money in this month, possibly. And I know that I specifically, of all my 51 envelopes, I want to make sure I give money to these sinking funds here. Selfie, luxury, household, home maintenance, Jenna, car maintenance, buffer fund, id, and dress game. That's for my children's clothing. So I want to make sure that I budget money specifically for these envelopes. So if I'm not able to contribute to any other envelopes, I definitely want to do these and my variable weekly spending. And I'm going to put the green labels there to separate my totals, okay? So really quick, I am going to jump right over to my monthly budget worksheet. So I have a monthly budget worksheet, and then in each section you have 5 payday budget worksheets. So as you can see, on October 1st, I come in and I put here cash and my HSA balance here. And then I put what my envelope balance was on October 1st here. I total it. That tells me all of the cash I have on hand to spend. Right here is going to give me that budgeted amount. Then I'm going to track what I expect for my main job, my side, YouTube, other. And then here is on October 1st, what's in my bill account. So currently right now I have $5,446.83 in my bill account. This money is going to be used to pay all of my October's bills. And any income that I get during the month of October is going to be used to pay November's bills. Okay, so after I list all of my budgeted amounts from October the 1st, I put that there. I'm going to put all of my budgeted expenses here, and I don't put budget and actual for savings and debt. I only put what I specifically spend. So also here, I put my variable and sinking funds. These two amounts are not going to get included in the total because these are envelope amounts. So these amounts here you will see in my envelope balance. We'll get to that next. So I'm going to list my savings. I know that savings, I have automatic drafts, and then my bill account is going to pull from income for November. And I do anticipate paying some debt payments. I just not have had time to think that through right now, but that is on there for that reason. So how this works is once I get my actual amounts, they get plugged in here. So my actual income for October 31st for the total month is going to go up here on income. And then the bills I paid is going to come here. However, I'm going to highlight this amount and I'm going to highlight the bill account amount because this total technically comes from the bill account. It does not come from the income. So I will not be minusing this total from my income, but I'm going to reflect it because that was paid. But it's going to be highlighted to come from here. So I'll show you what I mean. Let me find it. So I highlight my bill account in pink. So when I get the total for these bills, I'm going to highlight them in pink because this amount is coming from that balance. Although I'm going to reflect it here and it's going to be highlighted in pink as well because it came from here. It's not going to come from my income. So what will come from this income is the envelopes, my sinking funds and cash envelopes. So I guess you say, I don't see where they are. But if you turn the page, every payday budget worksheet has payday envelopes and sinking funds. The reason why I did it this way is because me as a budgeter, I have 51 envelopes altogether. Please tell me where 51 envelopes are going to go. It's not. So they have their own dedicated space. And if you watch any of my videos, you'll see that I use these. So here's the totals here. So I group them together, but I know some people like to do envelopes and sinking funds separately. Me, they're all envelopes. I just lump the total. So when you get this amount here in yellow, you're going to group those amounts together and you're going to put the total here. So you're going to have your income minus your bills, give a balance. Then you're going to minus your envelopes, have another balance. Then you're going to minus any savings in the balance and any debt payments in your balance. So here, right here is a little synopsis of your income overview, just right here in a nutshell. But you're going to use these additional spaces to pull that money. Okay, so that part is set up, and I do the payday budget the same way I do the monthly budget. Then here you have some monthly income worksheets. And then the October, my monthly expenses, which I've already started for the month. I did spend some money yesterday at the market and Chipotle. So I have to get those amounts and plug them in. But I wrote them down so I don't forget. Okay. And then you have the month end envelopes and sinking funds. So you write all of your envelopes, the beginning balance on October the 1st and the ending balance on October 31st. And then you can see your progress of how much you saved and spent. These totals will work in conjunction. You have the monthly debt payments there. And all I did was go through and put my headers in. It's the beginning of the month. I have not completed the setup, but it's there. The weekly accountant's balance for October. The monthly expense comparison, where you compare all of your envelope or spending categories. Let's call them spending categories. And the amount you budgeted for the month versus the actual, and then what was left over. So I do have previous videos as a part of my August budget closeout. I believe part 2 and part 3 go over these two worksheets, me doing them for the month of August. So please take a look at that video. I'm going to link it here above so that you can get an idea of how that works. So this is my October's monthly budget. It is set up. I am going to go in and complete this, and then I will conclude this video and jump right back into finish settling out my September's budget. So if you want to see how I do that, please continue to watch. And again, thank you all for the support to my channel. Please like this video. Please make sure you're subscribed to my channel. If you like these videos, please subscribe. Liking my video does help my YouTube algorithm push my videos out there somewhere, somehow, your girl is buried underneath the rubble, but dig me out. Just dig me out, okay? Reach down and give me a hand, pull me up. You guys can do it. Thank you so much. And let's get to 10,000 subscribers because I am going to have a bomb giveaway when I reach my 10K subscribers. So motivation, you all. And just to make it worth your while, I'll have 3 winners so that it gives 3 people an opportunity to win something. Again, appreciate you all so much. Please stay tuned for my next video. Bye.